A lot of people can't handle that. They just either want you to kiss the game's butt completely or hate the game entirely. Well, that's not reality in life. You know, you got this mix, right? So it's time to like come back to reality, I feel. Anyway, so that was Final Fantasy 16 yesterday, all right? And then last night on the late stream, we had the premiere of Amnesia the Bunker. Now, I want to separate my comments about last night's stream into two halves. The game itself and the stream. All right? The game itself of Amnesia the Bunker, I feel is pretty good. It's pretty much on par with exactly what you would expect with an Amnesia game, with a little twist because in this case, you're stuck in this bunker. In 10 minutes, you're thrown into it. Like, you have a little intro segment. You're in the bunker after 10 minutes, and now it feels very, I would say, claustrophobic. Like, you're stuck down there, and there's no way out. Everywhere you go is another tunnel, another corridor, another, part of this bunker. There's, the whole point is to escape, but obviously it's going to be a long, arduous task to try to get to escape, even if you do, because these games have dark twists, so who knows if you'll even escape by the end of the game, or, you're destined to be stuck down there forever. Who knows, right? But anyway, gameplay-wise, it's interesting. We're 2 hours in, and you have, like, a little hub room where you save your game, and you store items, and there's a generator that you're constantly putting fuel into to keep the power on. If the power goes off, it's dark as shit everywhere, in which case you're pretty boned. You want to be able to see, or else the monster's going to have free reign of the area. The first place, we opened up a few different wings. Like, what you do is you solve a puzzle in order to turn, like, a crank, and it opens these locked doors. So now you have, like, kind of freedom to go in any direction you want, which is kind of neat. I was like, oh, you can go to the prison, you can go to communications, and then the other side, I think there was another wing you could have went to. I'm like, that's neat that you can kind of go anywhere you want, and I wonder if each area is isolated, has its own puzzles, or if they all link. I don't know yet, because we're still only 2 hours into the game. But anyway, we went to the communications wing. We were exploring. We ran into some really creepy, like, mutant rats that were eating a corpse. You get too close and they attack you. And we were trying to avoid this monster, and the monster is pretty neat. It's exactly what you would expect. It's a creepy looking mutant that comes out of the walls. There's these holes in the walls that it can come out to at any moment. It can grab your leg and then it hurts you, and you gotta heal and run away. You gotta try not to make noise. You gotta try not to make too much, light or whatever. In which case, it's neat. And we got to 2 hours into it, and I thought that the plot was getting interesting. We were reading some of the logs. Basically, everyone down there not only was being hunted by this monster, but they were having this crazy thing happen in their heads where they were all hallucinating kind of the same thing, which is weird. And I guess there's an underlying plot that the reason that they're there's like a Roman tunnel structure underneath the ground that they ran into that had glowing liquid, and they feel that tunnel structure led to something supernatural, and that's maybe where the creature came from, and they're not sure. So it's kind of interesting. I like the plot. So far, the plot's intriguing, and I want more. I want to know what else was really happening in this bunker, or what is this Roman thing that they found. So I get the feeling that's going to be further into the game. So gameplay elements-wise and everything, it's exactly what you would expect. You can't fight the monster. You're very weak. You have a gun, doesn't do anything. The gun is just to solve puzzles. You don't shoot anything with the gun that's going to hurt it. You're shooting locks, and you're doing things like that. So overall, so far, I'm enjoying the game. All right? That's my take on the game. Now I want to talk about last night's stream. And this is really where I need feedback from you guys, because as a streamer and as a content creator, I really rely on the feedback of my audience to figure out what it is I should be doing, how I should be going about it, right? And, what's meaningful to us and our time. And I've been asking you guys for a month, what do you want to see? And people said, do something new, do a different kind of game. Too many RPGs, too much Street Fighter, do something different. Okay, fine, I will, right? I'll do something different. So that's why we played Amnesia last night. Here's what I observed, all right? We start up with the game, and we got the usual attendance, I would say between like 200-300 viewers, which is great, right? It's about the usual that we would get. Not anyone seems too crazy, although at the same time, there are some people who were excited and wanted to see, what the game was going to be or whatever. All right, and basically in the first hour, all right, we went from regulars, people here who are regular, people like Jade, I think Arkham was here last night, some moderators were here last night, regulars were commenting on the game, DC even came in and did a haiku about the game and everything. I'm like, this is cool. We got our regulars here to enjoy the game and talk about it and see what they like, right? And as this is going on, what becomes apparent is it's going to probably be a slow night, right? Because what I mean by slow is contributions, all right? I think in the first hour, there was a single tip. That was it. Like a single $4 tip or something like that. Now, here's the thing. It's not the end of the world when this happens. It's not. But what happens is, when this happens, the trollish idiots out there now want to try to create a narrative, all right? And their narrative that they're determined to cause, because they're watching this on restreams, by the way, is let's make it that Phil had an awful night and had a breakdown, which didn't ever happen, okay? It didn't happen at all. But they're trying their best to create this narrative. So what do? They send in their fucking people from the restreams, and my viewership goes from around 250 viewers to over 400 within like 5 minutes. Gee, I wonder where the people came from. I'm sure all of a sudden discoverability on YouTube skyrocketed, and this is where the 200 fucking trolls came from, right? You know, just, yeah, right. Okay? And what ended up happening was the chat immediately went from people engaged and interested in the game to people just sitting there shitting, oh, this is boring. What is this? You know, how could Phil play this? It's another walking simulator. Look, there's nothing going on. The game is too dark. And then it went, oh, look, why is no one contributing? People need to support. People need, you know, everything that I tell you guys not to do. I outright told you, listen, the game's not that good. Fine. But don't sit there and be overly negative for people who are enjoying it. If a stream is slow, fine, but it's not your place to talk about it. It's mine. I'm the one operating the business, not you. It's none of your business to even say anything about that. I'm the one who, if I say, hey guys, could you maybe do some contributions tonight? Could you like the stream? That's on me if I feel like saying that, not you. When you do that, you derail the stream, and essentially you're taking that kind of power into your hands that you shouldn't have, and you're annoying people who are just there to have a good time. People don't want to be advertised to every moment of every stream. But again, what these people do is they want to create their own narrative. So if we sit in Phil's chat and we say the game sucks and no one's contributing, it'll make the stream look toxic and negative for everyone there, and therefore people will not have a good time. And this is what they tried to do. And I didn't tell you guys this at the time, okay? Because I didn't want to derail the stream. But there were people contributing, trolls, and they were doing like dollar tips and saying absolutely disgusting things. Things I wouldn't even repeat. Okay? Because they were trying to get my attention and piss me off during the stream. If you didn't notice, it didn't work. I still was enjoying the game. I still was having a great time with you guys regardless. Okay? But by the end of the night, this is not me exaggerating. This is me being very matter of fact. This is not a complaint. This is a factual report. We had 3 tips totaling $10. We had 2 super chats totaling less than $10. And we had 1 membership. And that was it. For a premiere stream of a game that supposedly people had wanted to see for a month. And I finally got around to it because people have been asking for it, saying, we want variety. This is what we want. How on earth did this stream perform so poorly? And so I sat down, I thought about it, and I was like, I think I know exactly what it is it really wasn't what people are saying. If you take a look at the things that are doing well right now, what's doing the absolute best on all of my streams? Street Fighter 6. Duh. Right? It's a reinvigoration of competitive fighting games for me. It's the first time I've taken a fighting game seriously in over a decade. I'm actually improving and doing better at it, and people are enjoying it. Now we're even doing more variety of content. We're doing, you know, the World Tour mode. We're doing community nights. It's actually branching out to be even more than just me playing the game online randomly against randoms. It's different, you know? And that's a good thing, right? But, excuse me, I agree with people that you don't just want to play Street Fighter entirely. I don't want to do 2 months of just Street Fighter. That's going to piss people off. Now, the good news is, coming in September, we've got a ridiculous amount of new releases. We recently just went through the gaming schedule. It's actually my pinned video here, like my featured video on DSP Gaming. Once September hits, we're going to have non-stop stuff to do that's all variety. So you don't have to worry about, oh no, the rest of the year is just going to be Street Fighter 6. That's ridiculous. Just right now, that's the thing going on. There really aren't any major high-profile games coming out. What game was out this month? Exo Primal and Pikmin 4. Woohoo! Right? Like, really get excited for those. I mean, not saying that they're bad games, but no one's going to go crazy. Exo Primal is literally a team-based shooter that you grind online. There's nothing special to write home about. And Pikmin 4 is a cutesy puzzle game from Nintendo. And we all know how Nintendo games go on my channels. So, when I'm looking forward to the things that are going on here, and it's like, you know, what should I play? What shouldn't I play? And I listen to feedback, and everyone's saying, we want variety. When I ask, well, what kind of variety? Should I bring back Elden Ring? Should I do... No, do this Amnesia game, you know? But when I really look at how last night went, all right, attendance was not great. If you cut out the troll aspect, the 200 trolls that joined, I probably had around 200 to 250 attendees. And the people there were like, man, it's all right. They weren't, like, blown away with the game. Some people liked it, some people didn't. It was a mix. But overall, You're telling me that a game that people were asking for a straight month is literally the slowest support stream of the entire year. Not the week, not the month, up until now in 2023. That was the slowest support stream I've had all year. That tells me something, right? That's people outright saying, yeah, this probably wasn't exactly what we were looking for. You probably should have done something else, and you're listening to the wrong people. Because it sounds to me like what happened is, these are idiotic trolls who just don't like the fact that I'm having a good month or having that Street Fighter's going so well, right? They relish in the fact that I haven't enjoyed the RPGs recently because they feel like they can mine toxicity out of that for their own purposes and their own content. But they haven't really been able to do that much with Street Fighter. You know what I'm saying? With Street Fighter, I'm genuinely doing good. People are actually seeing for the first time, oh my god, Phil actually is pretty decent. Now, I'm not no pro player, but wow, Phil does have some skill in Street Fighter, and it's pretty undeniable looking at these videos. Even a pro player analyzed his gameplay and admitted, yeah, he's pretty good at it. So now our narrative has to change. It can't be Phil sucks at Street Fighter anymore. Now we got to create new narratives, right? We got to do new shit. And I hate the fact that sometimes, yes, that toxicity from outside the streams does make a factor into it. I'm being honest here. I hate that. I don't want those idiots to be able to control the content here. And, I want to ignore it. I want us to have a positive time no matter what I'm playing. And I want to tell you, I actually did enjoy Amnesia last night. It's a little bit of a frustrating game. It's horror for a different reason. It's horror not because the enemy is scary, but because you're weak, limited resources, limited inventory space. You can't really run from the thing because you make too much noise and it can follow you. It's more suspenseful and creepy in that way. It's scary in a different way. And that's fine. Like I said, by the end of the night, I died once. I was like, oh, man. But, it's all right because the game, it's not a giant map. So it's not like I have to redo 20 minutes of gameplay. It's like 4 minutes of gameplay. It's not a big deal. I didn't complain about it at all. I'm like, all right, when we regroup next time when we play this again, we'll start from here. We'll have to redo a little bit, but that's fine. And we'll go from there. So, yeah. So basically, my observation here, all right, is I do feel like I was duped. Because the entire last month, I saw a lot of complaining about us only playing the same kind of game. But then when I actually went out of my way to play a different kind of game based on the feedback of the viewership, it was the slowest support stream of the year. That tells me people weren't that interested at all. It's good to have variety on the streams, but if people weren't interested in this game that much, you know what I'm saying? And I kind of feel like there was an over-exaggeration of negativity from people saying, we don't like Street Fighter, to try to get me to stop playing Street Fighter, which I'm doing really good with, and is getting support, and is getting a lot of popularity in my audience. Right now, there's people actually watching me play fighting games for the first time in years and enjoying it. I haven't played Street Fighter seriously in over 10 years. And people are coming back for it now, and they're actually liking it. You know what I'm saying? So, that's a good thing. That's a positive thing. Why am I shying away from that? Now, I'm not saying I want to be a dedicated Street Fighter streamer, because, again, this is something that trolls will do. An idiot will come on stream. Phil, you're just going to become just a Street Fighter streamer now? Because all you do is play Street Fighter all day. It's a lie. I've been doing other things, but, they want to create the narrative so that they have some toxicity to spew in their content that isn't true. So, it's this simple, okay? I'm not going to let what a bunch of fucking idiots say dictate me or my enjoyment of games or my content whatsoever. Because their narrative is that because Phil had the slowest night of the year last night, he's gonna wage quit Amnesia the Bunker. Fuck you. I'm gonna play what I want. I liked the game last night. It's creepy and scary and it's gonna be frustrating, I know, because you can't really defend yourself. I like the game. I am going to continue to play Amnesia the Bunker, regardless of the level of support I receive on the stream, because I play games because I like them. Not because I'm fucking looking for a paycheck, you fucking ingrate idiots. You're so dumb. You're such knuckle-dragging morons. If I was looking to make money, I would have been doing things all along to just make money. You fucking incredible, brainless, black hole, empty-headed idiots. I can't believe you would say that narrative. Everything I've ever done has been anti-profit. Have you not noticed? I refuse to follow the YouTube trends to make money. I don't take sponsorships or partnerships when I'm offered them. I didn't take the paycheck from Keemstar. I don't cash in on my haters to make money. I outright tell my viewers, support me for my content, not to stick it to the haters. Don't monetize the hate, right? I do literally everything to not make money. Yet you would make your narrative that Phil's about the money and he's going to rage quit a game. You are so fucking stupid. You want to clip a section? Clip this one, bitches. Because this is what you won't clip, because now you feel fucking stupid. Alright? I'm not quitting it. The gameplay continues on Monday night as planned. I'm continuing with this goddamn game because I like it. And I know that some of my viewers genuinely like it too. And I'm not all about the profit every fucking moment of my life. You know? Yes. Is it going to be concerning if for an entire week I have a week full of slow streams with low support? Yes. Did that happen? No, dumbass. So why the hell would I drop a game? I swear to God, these people, you want to know, here's the absolute best part of all of it. All right? I mean this now. They like to look at us together and they say, wow, you know, who would support Phil? You've got to be stupid or slow. They make horrible jokes. Things that are outside, totally offensive. Like, wow, you must ride the small bus if you like Phil's content. You must, you know, just really fucked up stuff. What they don't realize is that they don't look in the mirror and look at themselves and realize only people, you know, who would act the way that they act. Those are the people who have the problems, not the people who genuinely enjoy positive content. That's a normal person. The person who doesn't, who's making awful jokes, who's trying to create a toxic narrative, you're the one with the problems. They won't look in the mirror at themselves. They refuse to be self-aware of anything going on around them. But then what do they say? Phil's not self-aware. They're the worst case of that. The internet want to pretend like I'm the problem, or my viewers, my positive supporter viewers are the problem. No, you're the problem. If you went away, I'd be happy, and so would everyone else on this planet. Literally, if all the toxic shit about me on the internet vanished, the world would be a better place. But they don't want us to admit that. Again, they don't want to look inward. They can't, because the moment they look inward and they realize they're the biggest hypocrites, their minds would explode. It's ridiculous how nasty they are and can't realize it, and then they literally try to project their shortcomings onto others as if they're the ones with the problems. No, you fucking idiots. What are you talking about? Right? So I'm totally okay with having a bad stream last night for support. Is it alarming? Yeah, it is. I was surprised. Honestly, I was like, oh, I can't believe it was a low support stream because people seem to have been asking about this for a while. Maybe it's because it was the wrong people. Maybe it was who were upset that I was doing so well with Street Fighter that they wanted me to try to do other stuff. And then when I finally played it, they're like, haha, see, fuck you. We weren't going to do anything to support this anyway, right? Who knows? But I'm not here. I'm not sleuth. I'm not fucking Sherlock Holmes. I'm not Inspector Gadget walking around. I'm not going to try to figure out this shit. I'm just like, you know what? I like the game. It's not rocket science. I'm going to play it again on Monday night. If we get no support again, I guess we get no support again. Truth is, the game's not even that long. Everyone says it's like a 6 to 8 hour game. I'm going to assume it's going to take me 8 hours. Because as you know, when I play these games, I usually play slower and longer than most. So it's probably going to be like a 4-stream game for me. It's not a big deal, man. It's not. We'll do it. We'll play it. We'll enjoy it. So those who liked it, congrats. We're going to keep going. If you didn't like it, well, not a big deal, right? Not a big deal. And, you know, it's not a super long game. We got other stuff on the horizon. I would say, yeah, we're probably going to bring back Elden Ring at some point. And remember, coming up for my anniversary celebration in August, we're going to do retro playthrough very soon. We're going to sit down and we're going to start determining dates for special events. There's going to be one retrospective day where you guys are going to nominate your favorite moments and videos from 15 years of me creating content.